devil-like charm and a voice so unique. In his Rattler jet, he takes the Rattler jet, he takes to the sky, shooting down enemies without a reason why. Yeah, he's getting high, flying low, while Weasel's got that cobra flow. With skill and precision, he reigns supreme, a rebel in the air, lives in his dream. Yeah, 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 yeah. He's getting high, flying low. You don't listen, no, I've got a story to tell about a guy named Logan. Logan's so swell, he's the G.I. Joe gamer. Cool and weird, talking about those characters, heroes and villains at midnight we shout. Joe, or Cobra, trucking up to team in a Cobra tie. Joe's got snake eyes, a silent ninja in black. Quick with his swords, he'll give you a heart attack. Then there's Tooth the leader, so bold, gung-ho, always ready to fight and make those cameos. And we can't forget about Scarlet, the ultimate girl power. A fierce warrior, she'll make her enemies cower. Cobra's got Destro to supply the weapons. Cobra command, lots and schemes. She ruling the world in his dreams. Tarzan is never what he seems. And Baroness rocks that black leather outfit. Shoots you quick and slip out the back of the head. Yo, Joe, Cobra, Logan's here to give his G.I. Joe taste. Oh yeah, yo, Joe, Cobra got the characters, it's a G.I. Joe thing.
Warning. Mature content warning. Possible language, adult innuendos, and violent implications may be heard in this program. From the Hilt cautions. Viewer discretion is advised.
It could get pretty funky up in here. Hells yeah. Good evening, everyone. I'm Logan, the G.I. Joe Gamer. Tonight we're going to be talking about Wild Weasel. I do have the vintage Wild Weasel, and we'll be taking a look at him a little closer in just a bit. But I do not have the original file card. I do have some for the others, but I'll get in. I'm not going to show those tonight because if I do a classified Wild Weasel, I want to get in a little bit more detail with him. I've got a bunch of folks in the chat. We got Banger. Hey, bro, how you doing? My G.I. Joe bro from Spine Ticks. Good to see you. We got the Bud Files. How you doing tonight? Been hanging out with us quite a bit, and I appreciate that. Sable, great channel with really cool music. Just check out anybody who's got a channel. Sub up to them. That's pretty cool. Have everybody here tonight. We got the Rushmore Show top 4 ranking. Hey, Kirk, how you doing? Let's see. And we got Noah's World, new to the chat. Welcome, definitely welcome. And also new, Light Up. Welcome. And we got Nicky 2 times. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Good to see everybody tonight. Let's throw some tunes on in the background here. Wait, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and play Wild Weasel's file card for you guys right now that I put together for this episode. Here you go.
Code name, Wild Weasel. Cobra the enemy. Rattler Ignite Adder Pilot. File name classified. Birthplace classified. Primary specialty, ground support pilot. Secondary specialty, classified. There's no place where G.I. Joe can run or hide when I'm flying above them. Wild Weasel is an ace pilot who served in the Bush Wars. among the ranks of Cobra. Because he only talks about jets and motor parts. Something that the other Cobra members find boring. Wild Weasel doesn't realize this and thinks that everyone avoids him because they fear him.
He's the hissing pilot, Wild Weasel, so sleek with a devil-like charm and a voice so unique. In his Rattler jet, he takes the Rattler jet, he takes to the sky, shooting down enemies without a reason why. He's in it high, flying low. Wild Weasel's got that Cobra flow. With skill and precision, he reigns supreme. A rebel in the air, living his dream. Yeah, 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 yeah. He's in high, flying low. Wild Weasel's got that Cobra flow. With skill and precision, he reigns supreme. A rebel.
All right. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let's just jump right into it and start looking at some figures. We had a lot of new people show up while the video was on. Hope you guys enjoy. Welcome. I have 3 versions of Wild Weasel. The first 3, as a matter of fact. This one came with a kind of gold color Rattler that we're going to take a look at here in a minute. Well, let me see if I can give you a good look at him. Probably should pop that Cobra symbol off of there. Hello, Zephiah, or Zephiah. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. Thanks, Kirk. I appreciate that. I put together some cool music for my videos and for my shorts and everything we put out. G.I. Joe related or anything other than that, anything related really to what we do here on From the Hilt. So this should hope you guys have some fun here. We got a wild tiger in the house along with an Allison Caldwell. Welcome. Good to see new folk. We appreciate y'all being here. Hello, Benjamin. It's awesome. Hope you're having a good day. This stream is about G.I. Joe toys. Tonight, we're looking at a specific character called Wild Weasel. This was the first version that came out in 1984. Came with the original Rattler jet. I do not have one of those, but I do have 2 examples of a Rattler jet, and I'm going to be opening a 25th anniversary Rattler jet here near the end of the show. Let's see. Needs more Let's Ride Logan. Yeah. I'm going to have some coming out this week. No worries. It may be a little late tomorrow, but we'll get one to you tomorrow, and then we got some lined up for the week too. What do you my favorite character is Airtight. I actually did a video about him a couple of weeks ago, so please check that out. I mean, yeah, I got you, bud. No worries. Yeah, yes, I do love those. No worries, cool gamer. It's all good. We're just hanging out. We're going to be chatting and talking about some cool stuff. Now, I'm going to show this this particular Rattler right here first, and I'll try to do this on this vertical live as best I can. This particular Rattler is based off the original design that was blue. There's no major changes to this Rattler other than there's this sound box on the bottom. There were weapons and stuff that you could put in there and make all sorts of different aerial combat sounds. And there's the tail end there. And also there's a gun seat right there, right behind the cockpit there. Let me see what's going on in the chat here. Is this about a movie? No. Well, there are movies. There are 3 G.I. Joe movies out there. There's a G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra, G.I. Joe Retaliation, and then Snake Eyes, G.I. Joe Origins. Those are 3 movies you can check out. I have done a sort of a review on Snake Eyes, G.I. Joe Origins in a Joe Takes not too long ago. Look for a Kiko. Joe Takes a Kiko from the Hill. Hello, Kyrus. Welcome. All right, so that'll take us to the second jet I can look at. It's a little smaller, so it should fit here pretty good. This is called the Night Adder, which there's a character with that name too in the G.I. Joe line, and that's one that came out during the Rise of Cobra era. And these wings extend like this. Let me see if I can give you a really good look at the full extent of this jet here. But this cockpit opens from the back here, and this particular, see if I can give you a good look in there. There's 2 control sticks. In the early 2000s, they came out with both of these jets I just showed you. That one's cool. Well, I'm glad you like it. You like Sergeant Slaughter? I like Sergeant Slaughter too, dude. I think Sergeant Slaughter's awesome. This here front part opens up kind of like a snake's mouth. It's kind of, if I can get this on there properly. And one of the missiles actually can go in there. Now, I apparently dropped one of these in the bin that I keep these in. So because I've only got 4 on there. But these actually can come right off. And like I was saying, it could pop right in there. And it clicks into place. And you can actually, it's a spring-loaded action, and you can fire it. I don't know how well I'd be able to demonstrate that on here, but I'll give it a shot. There we go. Yeah, it pops right up. Hey, Gerbrecht, how you doing? Brian, how's it going? So jealous of your collection. I just have room for my own, one of my own. Hey, no worries, bud. Most of mine I keep in storage, to be completely honest. But I do love all these jets. I just broke these out today so I could show them off. Now, this particular Night Adder, they had 2 versions of this, or maybe even 3, that were all different colors. There was a blue one that came with a blue Wild Weasel, but this one came with this particular Wild Weasel, which I really like. The gold Rattler I showed you came with this guy, which basically came with a pilot's head on what was a Cobra Claw's body, is what they called those guys. And you don't have to be jealous of my collection, Gerbrecht. I like to show it off, so you can come check out all my stuff on Front the Hill. We'll set this over here. Now, for each one of these jets, and I've got another one I'm going to show you, but for each one of these, I do have blueprints, which is pretty cool. And let's see if I can get a good view of the whole set of blueprints there. There we go. That's better. And originally, they all came with blueprints. A lot of the newer vehicles don't come with blueprints, and I wish they did, because these were really cool. And I got one for the Night Adder. And then I have a 25th anniversary Rattler I'm going to show you that is based off the original. And from rear to nose, it's pretty much the same vehicle. Here's for the, this is for the other Rattler. Where'd my Night? Did I mix these up? I mixed them up. It happens. So Night Adder with Wild Weasel. These some of these that they came out with for the Valor versus Venom line had these really nice like wax coated blueprints, and it preserved them really well. So I've got let me see if I can give you a really good look up here of the Night Adder's blueprints. I like the Night Adder. Let me throw on some background music here. Make sure it's not too loud while we're looking at stuff. Yeah, I got that going on in the background that we can do, and then I've got some other music I'll throw on in a bit when we get sick of that. Let's see. I wish I could get original art for the old blueprints, or at least really good scans, so I could do a laser engraving of them. 3djoes.com generally has some good stuff that you can download, if I remember correctly. How did you get all the Gojo products? Well, I collected over the years, Benjamin, and so I have quite a bit. I've collected since I was 15, back in 1985. So gives you a little heads up on about how old I am, but that's where we're at. And like I said, I've got the blueprints for the 25th anniversary Rattler too, and I kind of showed those a bit, but I'll give you a better look up close here if I can do it the right diagram direction. And the missiles on the bottom, I'll give you a really good look at the 25th anniversary Rattler because it's so cool. And the major change they made was to the gun seat in the back. And what they did was they put a canopy on it. Hello, Joseph Stylen. Welcome. Welcome. Is it time to oil up yet? I don't know about that, bud. That's cool. All I have is Snake Eyes. I've got quite a few Snake Eyes figures, but I do have a Joe Takes from the Hilt Snake Eyes, so check that out. That's later, Joseph. I don't know about that, Seth. Banger. Megan with the funny. Anyway, here is the 25th anniversary Rattler, and I will pull all the when we open the other one I have of these. I'll give you a good look at the modern Wild Weasel, which is really cool. And I'll give you a good look at the canopy here, but wingtip to wingtip, and then I'll go back with all the missiles. I loved how they had these bomb racks where they could drop a bunch of bombs, because this was a close support aircraft that would back up the Cobras on the ground. Plus, it's a combat fighter, so it doubled as both. This is based off the A-10 Warthog, which is a very sturdy and durable aircraft that they still use in the military to this day. These guns on the front rotate. Give you a better look at it if I can. There we go. Just got to get used to this whole vertical live thing. And like I said, this canopy on the back, if I remember, it just pops up here, and you can put a figure right down in there. And the light on that. And there's a little gun. All it originally had was just this little gun port. They put a canopy on it to protect the gunner. I thought that was really cool. Now, the Warthog itself, that this is based off of, and they kept that design in Cobra, in the storyline of Cobra anyway. They used to have a cast iron tub as the cockpit to protect the pilot from gunfire. And I always thought that was interesting, that was a real fact. And they put that in the G.I. Joe universe. But there's Wild Weasel there, flying his Rattler jet. Like I said, I'll take a better look at the 25th anniversary one when I open up the box I've got for you guys to look at. Now that's just those three Rattlers, the two Rattlers and the Night Adder that I have. So I'm gonna actually have a third Rattler open here pretty soon. But I like the look of this guy that came with the Night Adder. I think he's a really cool figure. The other two that I don't have, the only two that I don't have are based off this same mold. A lot of times, if it looked the same, I didn't get it. I kind of wish I had gotten the blue one. The other one was kind of a orange color, and I didn't really care for that. Where does this take place? Well, it depends on what storyline you're talking about. There's the movie universe, there's the animated series universe, and then there's several different comic book variations of G.I. Joe. The first being Larry Hama's run that is still going to this day. He has gone from Marvel to IDW, and now he's over at Skybound, I think is what it's called. And it's a division of Image Comics. And they're on in the early 300s at this point. They just started with Image. They started at 301 and they ended IDW at issue 300. Could you imagine a classified Rattler or Sky Striker? It would be huge, man. It really would. It would, Brian. It would be big. Yeah. It would be huge. There are three movies. Like I said, there's G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra, G.I. Joe Retaliation, and Snake Eyes G.I. Joe Origins. Now, Rise of Cobra came out in 2009. In 2013, Retaliation came out, and just a couple of years ago, the Snake Eyes movie came out, which was pretty cool. A lot of people don't like it. I thought it was a cool story. He's not my Snake Eyes, you know, but he's a different Snake Eyes. I see it as a different take in a different universe. Pretty cool. Favorite alternate universe is G.I. Joe Sigma 6. Yeah, that was a pretty cool storyline. I haven't actually seen all of that. It's the only series I haven't, and I'm kind of holding on to it and saving it. I've watched quite a few of them, but not all of them. Madam Parita, welcome. It's good to see you. Everybody's welcome here. Sigma 6 was pretty cool, yes. All right, now let me give you a better look at the vintage Wild Weasel. He's got an ascot that he wears right there on his collar. It's a blue scarf. And then he's got your standard flak jacket. He has maps on his legs so that when he's flying, you can just look at his legs. Now, you know, a lot of the newer stuff has everything computer assist, but in a vehicle like the Rattler or the A10 Warthog, they fly a lot of nap of the earth kind of stuff. He's got a dagger right there, which I thought was pretty cool. Now, I would love to see a classified version of Wild Weasel, which is why I'm doing a feature on him. I love Vipers too, man. There's a Vipers from the hilt, so check that out. Like Trouble Bubbles, I don't know why. It's fun to say. Trouble Bubble, yes. That was the last Joe take, was Televiper with the Trouble Bubble, so check that out. Yo, Joe Mansman, how you doing, bud? It's good to see you. We're just talking some Wild Weasel tonight. And just showing off all the figures. If you guys have any questions for me, please send them my way. Yes, just the tick, Joe Mansman. That's right. Hey, Joe. And let me swap some of these around, and I will put on another video for you while I do that, and I'll get set up, and then I will open the 25th anniversary Rattler with Wild Weasel. So let me give you that. Let me pop off of here real quick. All right, sorry about that. To answer your question, Brian, yeah, I do. I have collected quite a bit of the IDW line, and they had a Devil's Due line as well that started out as Image, and then when they split off from Image, they were their own company, and they switched the title to G.I. Joe America's Elite, and I have quite a few of those. And yeah, it's really kind of hard to find some of those because at the time they weren't as big of companies as, like, say, Marvel or Image. Or even, IDW became pretty big. They weren't at first, but then, they did as time went on. Thanks, Sable. It's nice to see everybody in the chat tonight. I've got my Rattler set up here, and of course, naturally, I put it upside down. But I'll give you a look here. But yes, I have tried to collect them, Brian. And I've started getting the trade paperbacks, and Banger will attest to this. We hit a snag. The first about 12 we were able to get in trade paperback, but issue 13 of the trade paperback, which collects like 6 of the IDW comics, A Real American Hero from Larry Hama, it's really expensive. And Banger has actually started getting some individual comics, and I just haven't been able to do that yet. But let's take a look at this here, and I'll I'll back up a bit so you can have a better look. Now, on these ones for the 25th anniversary, they had these really cool file cards. They even had one for the vehicle itself. I thought that was neat. And as you can see, this box is been around for a long time and seen a lot of moves and a lot of weather in storage, you know. And so the box is weathered for sure. And that's why I'm going to go ahead and open it, because you know, it's not that in that great a shape. The Kickstarter that's going on, yes, I have heard of that, Brian, and it is way expensive. I mean, if I wanted to do it right, I would get the $150 package, but there's even bigger ones than that. But a lot of them got sold out right away too. But yeah, I know what you're talking about through Skybound. It's the collected original Larry Hama run from the Marvel Comics. Yeah, if I had the money, I would definitely own that. That's for sure. You still own that? Need to get it back? Yep. The Rattler. All right. So now, see, this is what I'm saying. It's already one of the tapes that was on here that held this in place has already come undone. The other one is still sealed, and you can see on the other side, the same thing. How the box is all damaged and warped, but it's all intact, and the seal hasn't been broken. So just the one has been broken. I'm gonna cut this bad boy and open this up and show you. Now a lot of people go, "Oh, you're gonna open it?" It's not really considered vintage. This is a modern line, but at this point, this came out in, I would say, 2010, 2011, around in there. It was 2000, right just before the movie came out in 2009. So this would be 2008. Now that I get my brain working properly, time as it goes by. So we're talking about something here. This is almost 15 years old. So it's not quite vintage yet. Let's see. I'm trusting to complete my IDW run now. Yes, I would love to complete my IDW run. I haven't read all those. Tell us how it ends. Spoilers. Passed on the Kickstarter, because you have all the issues except the last 5, but you'll be getting those the last one soon. Cool. Yeah, we're going to be taking a look at those, Banger and I, on a new channel here pretty soon. Well, not that new, but new to me and G.I. Joe. So we'll be doing that together. That should be a lot of fun. And so we'll look at all the issues of G.I. Joe, starting with the Marvel run. So who knows if we can get through them all. All right, so I don't know how this is going to work on a vertical live stream, but like I said, that tape's already broken, so I'm going to get my knife out here. It's not really sharp. It's just a Walmart, just a little Walmart exclusive. Not really exclusive, but Walmart cheapie. I'll pop this box open here. Now that I've got this. Okay, it looks like they got a little bit of tape on the top. So we're going to break that seal too. And there was one on the bottom, but it had come off too. So didn't have to worry about that one. And as you can see, it's got cardboard inside. It's a box inside a box. Like I said, I really don't know how this is going to work, but let me show you the back. I mean, they went all out with the 25th anniversary, and I love the way they made these look. Make sure I can get this all going on here. There you go. And most of these just slide right out. You got to make sure you've got it the right side up. Now it's been in here a long time, so it might be a bit of a trick to get it out of here, but we're going to do this. Let's see if there's something holding it in place. I got some tape in there. No, it's just the box is just warped, so we should have some fun. I remember most of these just slid right out, but this one doesn't want to. I may have to open the other side and push it. But let's do that. Push it real good. All right, so we got tape right here, and we got tape right here. Now, I don't do unboxings very often, but I thought it would be kind of fun since I was looking at Wild Weasel to go ahead and do that. Now, again, there's going to be tape on the top and bottom like it was on the other side. Let's go ahead and if I can slip that knife in there. Got that one. And we're gonna do this, man. It's gonna be fun, and I'm probably gonna drop this, but Let's have fun doing it. Pop that open and pop that one and see if I can maybe pull it from this side. Because there's really, there it goes. There's really nothing holding it in. It's just, the box is just warped. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna push it from this side, and there's some material on the back, but it is taped on there. So that 25th anniversary did a pretty good job of that. And I got my table here, so we pop that out there. And I am just gonna set this box aside, but I will probably keep the box intact as best I can, even though it's warped really bad over time. Now that I got the Rattler out of there, it was not wanting to go. We did it. We did it. Now there you go. You got your wild Weasel down there in the corner, and so we'll see about cutting him off, cutting him out of the box there. Oh, I dropped one of my battle stands naturally. What kind of Joe tag would it be if I didn't drop something? Of course, it went under my chair, but I don't want to push it with my chair. This might work out. Take a look here. It's got a bit of tape right there. Now these were they put a lot of effort into the 25th anniversary, and they made it look really nice. They didn't put as much effort into, like, say, the 50th anniversary that, you know, they really. The 30th anniversary was pretty good. That came out about 5 years, of course, 5 years after this. But then they did a 50th anniversary, which was for the actually the 12-inch figure, like 2 years after they did the 30th anniversary. It was kind of weird, but it was interesting because, you know, we got a lot of cool stuff because they were calling it an anniversary and they were like that. So he's out, he's free of the box, but we'll get him out of this package. He's strapped in there pretty good, but we'll take a look now. We'll start by clipping all these things and getting the tape off and all the stickers and paraphernalia that they give you extra. Now the 25th anniversary, they actually had a lot of stuff painted on, and they did all the stickers for you, but they gave you extras just in case. All right, these ones are the twisty kind. You see about cutting the tape on this here. Like I said, I probably should have done this on a Joe take on a non-vertical live, but I don't know. I thought it would be kind of fun. Pop this open. They've got a set of blueprints, and you know what? I think I'm going to leave this sealed. So I'm going to set that aside. Got lots of these little wires here that I got to undo. Should be fun. Wild Weasel will be like, finally free. Now, what can I fly? You know, it's funny because I actually have, in the 25th anniversary, I have one in the Rattler that I kept in there because I got another one in a 2-pack with Ace. Same design, same version, the 4th version of Wild Weasel, which was the last ones they did. So yeah, like they count those 2 other ones as different versions, even though they're the same mold. I generally try not to do that. All right, there's one. You got lots of wires to play with. You gonna go to Utah? What now? What not wear, Banger? You gonna fly to Utah? Okay. The classified figures all look great, but the lack of vehicles like the Rattler just make it feel incomplete. The 3.7 line just shines as the perfect size. I agree with you on many points, Brian, but I have to say the classified series just looks sweet. And so it's hard as a G.I. Joe collector to pass that up. And so I'm just going to sit here and talk to you while I do wires, but I'm having a good time. And let's put on some more music. I got some of this here for you. Some of my mag music we can play while we're chatting and pulling wires out of this thing. It's hard to make vehicles for the bigger size. I have the Vamp, and it's pretty cool. So I have taken a look at that. Look at Clutch from the hilt. Clutch and the Vamp from the hilt. The show was just a couple of months ago. But we got that all up on the channel. And next month, well, this is kind of moving into Cobra Convergence here. We got a big month coming up with the internet community here on YouTube. Cobra Convergence 8. I don't know if it's going to be the last Cobra Convergence or not, because the founder has decided he's retiring from doing YouTube videos. But he's going to be around for the last one here. So I appreciate being invited to participate. And my Cobra Convergence video will come out on July 27th. And that's a Saturday, and it'll be at noon. But once it's up, you'll be able to watch it whenever. But I'll be there live, taking a look at the Crimson Guard, and that'll be my 50th episode of Joe Takes. So that should be a lot of fun to do. I hope a lot of you join me for that. It will not be a vertical live, however, because I'm going to be taking a look at a lot of stuff and have a great time with that one. It should be a lot of fun. Let's see. I wanted to start getting classified, but the launch was ridiculous, so it killed my interest. Probably for the best, though. Yeah, it is pretty expensive, Brian. The whole state banger. He has a big security clearance. And yes. I think my security clearance is just about as big as High-Tech's big. Are you going back to Thursdays? Yes, for the Joe Takes Classics, that's going to move back to Thursdays. It didn't do very well on a Saturday, but I've always done my Joe Takes thing on Saturday. I used to do it at midnight, but that got a little ridiculous, especially when I started doing it live. And we were doing our Fridays from the Hill. We do that every week, with few exceptions. So we'll be doing that. We'll be back here Friday with our 48th episode this week. So that should be a lot of fun. So when I do Joe Takes, I think it's 47th episode. Either way, pretty close. Because the 50th episode will be the same weekend as the 50th episode of Joe Takes. Just kind of matched up that way. It's pretty cool. Of course, we are going to be missing one Friday in July. Circumstances and whatnot. It's going to be the day after the 4th of July, and we're going to be doing a big role-playing game on July 4th live, so you can come check us out. We'll be playing click testing a new game. That's a Western called Code of the West, so we should have a lot of fun with that. And I've already got 4 players lined up. I will accept up to 6. So that's pretty cool, but you got to join the Discord to check all that out. I got one more wire in here, and for some reason it doesn't want to come out. There it goes. There it goes. Oh, it's come all over the place here. All right, let's see if we can get this guy out of here. All right, there we go. We have a free 25th anniversary Rattler now. Sweet. Now, one of the bombs, set of bombs dropped off, but I'll put it back on. There's the bottom. We'll just flip that bad boy around and take a look at it just like the other one. But this one is fresh out of the box. And we'll be taking these rubber bands and stuff off. And the canopy. And the reason why they have this secured in here because this canopy is in 2 pieces. And it was just the original design. They kept it in, rotating turret. That's got that new Rattler smell. We make sure everything's okay in here. Looks like we got a lot of dust in here. That's what I was saying about it being. Get these wires out of here. I wanted to show you the interior of this box because it's pretty cool. But I'm gonna dump all this dust out if I can get it to come out real quick before we get it going. It's got some. We got a really good question. Tiger's shouting in my ear over here. Let's see. We got Logan works too hard. YouTube fun, but also takes a lot of work, especially running 5+ channels. That is a lot of work, and you are one of the hardest working guys on YouTube. They're a banger. It's almost indistinguishable from the original. Are there any differences? You know what? As far as I can tell, the only difference is the canopy. And I was showing that on the other one. The canopy for the gun seat, they did not have that on the original. But we'll be taking a look at that as soon as I clip the rubber band off. And we'll be taking a better look at the 25th anniversary Wild Weasel fresh out of the box. And let me, like I said, this one fell off in the box. I had it in here for so long. It's just that's how it went down. Now I like to put the missiles on the inside, these where the bombs drop, because they don't. It doesn't bump very. You can bump them and knock them off really easy. But I loved all the missiles and bombs the Rattler comes with. It is basically a bombing machine plus a fighter. It's an awesome thing. Now, the other cool part about that is the wings do this, which I didn't show on the other one, so that the Rattler, unlike the A-10 Warthog, is VTOL. It can land, take off without a runway. It's pretty cool. And the wings pivot like that. We'll be taking a look, but like I said, let me dump this out into the trash because there's a lot of baggage in here for your wear and tear over the years, and looks like I had a family of moths that moved in here. It happens. I used to have all my stuff in a garage, and sometimes nature has a way, right? But other than that, this interior is awesome. And it had the little piece of plastic over there to help hold up the Rattler, but back it up just a bit so you can get a good idea. This is depicting an aerial battle with Sky Strikers, and I thought this was pretty awesome. So I thought I'd give you as good a look as I could with it. Now I'm going to set that back here with the box out of the way. Scooch back up here so we can take a look at stuff. Let me see what I've been missing while I've been chatting with you. It's a second job. I truly love it. So yeah, I consider it beyond a little bit more than a hobby to me because I really enjoy doing it. You see, Nikki's asking, I have a hard time enough running one, getting game in, family time, working, checking out the other channel. Yeah, me too, Nikki. One channel's enough for me. Of course, it's V2. How else is it supposed to put the net over the space shuttle? That's right, sir. That happened in the animated movie Pyramid of Darkness. That was the season opener for season 1 of the animated Sunbow series, which was pretty cool. They had two. They had 2 animated series in the 80s, and then one in 2010 called G.I. Joe Renegades. That was cool. And they've had quite a few animated movies that I have like 3 or 4 of them. So it's pretty cool. Whatever came out, I pretty much got, except for Sigma 6, which they have not released on DVD yet, to the best of my knowledge. At least out in the United States. We have family time online sometimes, Nikki. Yes, yeah, we do that. We've been playing board games once a month. We aren't going to be doing it in July because of Covert Convergence, but we should be back. It depends on how things go in August, but at the latest, we'll be playing Monopoly, the next one we do, so that should be a lot of fun. You turn game time into channel content too. We've been doing that. Managed to level an anonymous gaming channel on YouTube to a decent size. Well, we're hoping to do that too and share everything we have with everybody. Play the video games and even board games on our channel. Yep. Open for season 2. The original was the Mass Device. Yeah, the original 5-part miniseries was the Mass Device in '83. In '84, they came out with another 5-part miniseries called Revenge of Cobra. And in '85, they started the series with Pyramid of Darkness, where they had that incident with the space shuttle. And '87, they had G.I. Joe the movie, which was supposed to lead into another series, but never did. It was kind of sad. And then in '89, they had another 5-part miniseries from it wasn't by Sunbow, it was by a company called Deke. And it was called Operation Dragonfire, really good. And then they had 2 seasons in '90 and '91. So it worth checking out. The intro to the '90-91 Deke series was pretty cool. Let me see. We also game on Monday or Sunday, most of the time. Yeah. While I was live, my sons were playing the PS5 and logged into my channel to help out the watch hours. Yep, that's cool. So sometimes my kids do that, but not very often, to be honest with you. Cool. Yes. We managed to get a 4-player Minecraft for a while, but haven't done it in a while. Yeah. I played The Witcher. I did like 21 sessions of that. The last one wasn't very long, but things were weird and happened on that day. Oh, I forgot to put this back on my night adder. I better do that while I'm thinking about it. So I'll give you a little look at my night adder again. I actually love this little jet. Oh, and I forgot to demonstrate one of the other features on it. I put batteries in it and everything. It has sound effects and lights come out of the gun. So let me see if I can get that a good shot. There we go. Yeah, it was interesting, some of the things they did. And when you push the trigger, the canopy in the back pops around. I wasn't too fond of that. This opens up sort of like a trouble bubble, like Tiger was saying. And you get 2 figures in here too. So it flew just like a Rattler did. So that's probably why they had Wild Weasel coming with it. Let me see. Yeah, that was pretty cool. And I still enjoy playing Minecraft every once in a while. Let's see. Brian says, as far as I'm concerned, G.I. Joe the movie is in a universe action movie and not real. It's how they cover for Cobra's continued terrorist activities. Yeah, me too, man. I liked it. It's just not in my head canon. Let's just put it that way. You just made that up. Hey, we make up a lot of stuff when we're talking G.I. Joe. All right, let me see here. We still got a canopy to free and a gun seat canopy to take a look at. So we're going to take my handy dandy knife. There are rubber bands all over this canopy. And I will just take my knife and slide it right in there real gentle like. And pop the rubber band off. It's so old, that knife just went through it. I wouldn't say like butter, but of course it's a different rubber band and not the same one. So we definitely will try not to scratch this Rattler. So we cut that one too. And then the canopy, of course, has its own rubber band. All right. We'll slide that in there. I don't know if you guys can see that on this side, but make sure I get this on the right angle so you guys can take a look. As I cut the rubber band, I know people like to watch unboxings and stuff, so I thought it would be fun to open this up for you guys and take a look at what it's like to open a older classic toy that they don't really make these much anymore, especially a jet. Now, they have come out with a Dragonfly for the Classified series and a Hiss tank, but they made those HasLab projects, and there's no way I'm going to get either of those. I feel lucky to have gotten the Vamp, and something fell here. Okay, one of my missiles came off. Okay, yes, I wanted to show you guys this. These bombs right here are kind of a two-parter. And they double as either a missile or a bomb, and they come apart. But I thought it was really neat that all the detail that they put into these. We're talking 1984 when they designed these, and they put so much detail into it. Got a little wire here because I'm going to show you how these canopies pop open, and you look at the engine detail. Let's see. Like the movies, they were a blend of old, new, and comic book feel to me. Me too. The other Rattler you showed off was that the 25th anniversary too. Yes, it was. So they added the gunner canopy, but the first one you showed had it too. Yes, that was. Yeah, I don't have the 25th anniversary one of these. They can be quite pricey, and I never got it as a kid. The closest I got to it was that golden one I showed, which is what I like to call my Golden Skull one. So there's another wire, and each one of these has 2 wires. So we're just having fun opening this. Let's see. I wish they continued with the 25th anniversary 4-inch size. Me too. Me too. They did that for quite a while, though, Banger. Almost 10 years. Gunner canopy wasn't on the original. No, it was not. Nope. Like I said on my, I can show you the difference between the Golden Skull one and this one. That was a name they had in the cartoon on an episode called Last Hour to Doomsday. It's actually the first episode of the 2nd season. It technically took place before Rise, Serpentor Rise, but they played it after, because Cobra Commander was still in charge of Cobra. That is the last wire on the left side, on the right side there. Let's see. Let's see. The gunner canopy wasn't on the original. No, okay. So I got you guys covered. We're just having fun, just chilling and looking at Rattlers and playing with stuff and chatting. Listening to some tunes. We'll put on some different music here in a bit if you guys get tired of that, or I get tired of it. Probably me first. All right, let me see here if I can get this straightened out. There it is. And it looks like we got one more wire, and then I'll show you how these engine covers pop off, and you can see the engine detail, and I'll show that. All right, there we go. All the wires now free. We still haven't freed the canopy. I turned the lights on my keyboard. Is that nice? So we're gonna trip the light. Fantastic. Now there's another rubber band in here that's like way up in here for some reason in the gun seat. But I think I got it. There we go. Nope. I only got part of it. There's the rest of it. And the canopy is actually taped shut, so we'll work on that. Let me see here. So much packaging, yes. Are you going to do the stickers, or are you going to make me do it? I am going to make you do it. Tiger is my wife, so she likes to put stickers on, and I don't. So as much crap as I give the movie, for some reason, I still accept Serpentor as legitimate. You know what? He's part of the storyline. I prefer the Larry Hama version of how Serpentor came to be, and not the animated series. So, you know, I add some of it into my headcanon and not all. He was cooler in the comics. Yes, he was way cooler in the comics. Yes, yes, indeed. All right, so this, okay, naturally, this other one popped off. And see, Tiger, after you do all those stickers, please affix mine. Good luck with that one, Sid. We hopefully we'll be hitting California here next in August. Actually, we'll see about that. I really hope so. I'm not going to be scheduled for my knee surgery until after September, so we're good on that. And this rubber band just came off. Didn't even need my knife. It's so old. It's stuck in there. So with the canopy. Now let's take a look at these engine covers. And now on the original, they actually did do a little bit of a redesign on this 25th anniversary, and they made it so the engine covers are a little bit more solid. They really would just fall off on the original version. At least that's what I have seen in some reviews, which you just kind of pop it open on one side, and then that comes right off, and then you've got all your engine detail. I thought that's pretty cool. And it was the same on the original, but like I said, they made the way it snapped together here a lot better on the 25th anniversary. They made some improvements, but for the most part, the biggest improvement they made was on the landing gear. They made these the plastic on the landing gear a lot more solid, because it just the wheels just kind of pop out like that. And then there's one up here, but we'll have to get this tape off to open that that wheel. Let's see. You gonna fly me to California? It would be worth it. I offered to fly Swag on it so we could all be together. That would have been cool, dude. Would be fun. Yes, yes. And he said no. He doesn't leave home. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't leave home very often either. So I feel it too. But he's a cool guy. Uncanny Swag. All right, I should have a link to everybody in the description as far as Spine Ticks, and I think even Gerbrecht. As Gamer with ADHD, I have a link for you down there in my description. I don't know, may not. My G.I. Joe link is a little different than my Friday's link. Well, there it goes. There, it's all free now. Nice and clean and pretty, and a free brand, not really brand new, but first out of the package, right there. And I'm glomming it all up with my fingerprints, and I feel very proud to do that. I love the whole freaking detail aspect of it. And then let's see if I can pop this open on camera. There's a little hole right here where you can put your finger in and pull the landing gear out. And like I said, this was a lot more solid. Naturally, it just fell right off, which it was the same design flaw with the other one. But I am hoping that I didn't just break this. Hey, Barry, how you doing? Now, there is a piece that fell off that I'm going to have to find, because there's a little screw in there. Like I said, they redid the design, but this is so old that it just the plastic just kind of fell apart. I'm going to set that right here on my desk and see if I can spot that. It's a little dinky piece that came off the wheel, and I will take a look at my other 25th anniversary to see what it looks like. Yeah, it's just a little round piece of plastic. So let me see. I might have to find it later. Unless that's it. No, but some piece did break off. It's like really old plastic. So, and I'm spotting one more rubber band here on the back that just came off. But, for the engine covers, because this came with these pretty cool engine covers. How's it going, Barry? Nice to see you, bud. And we're just taking a look at an unboxing of Rattler here. And that's the full end. Yeah, I didn't get to show the rear engine as well because we're on a vertical live. So I'm having fun trying to do this vertical. It's it's a lot of work to try and get this thing on camera. But we'll see if we can give you a really good full view of it back here. And like I said, yeah, the VTOL makes it so you can get a really good look at all the missiles that's on this bad boy, on the wings and the bombs, and this whole thing is really cool. Now, yeah, there's a little piece that I'm going to have to find later. It actually screws on there. I don't know why it fell off. Yeah, one of these pieces of plastic came off. I'll have to find out how much damage I did to it. Not much. It doesn't look like. Oh, Joe Mansman's taking off. Good night, bud. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate you being here. Let's see. Everybody's saying good night. It's not oil time then, Logan. No, I don't think we're going to have oil time. But I'll show you these the way these panels come off, and I'll see if I can get. There's like damage. I'm going to take this wheel off because it's just going to fall off until I get that little piece that screws it back on. Let me see here. These little panels back here, they just pop off on the side, and I think there's one up front that does the same. Let's see if I can get that on the camera. Oh no, this is really challenging on a vertical live, and that one doesn't want to pop off. It's on there. It's still on there pretty good, but there's like a panel right back here that comes off, and there's one on the front. I think it's on the other side. Yeah, here it is. And and that was on the original too, and they would pop off, and you can see some of the interior there, and another panel, and it's probably over there in that bag that I haven't popped open, but they have like bullet holes and stuff in it. It's really cool. And then this part right here of the canopy, it's a 2-section canopy. The front stays on, and the back just kind of gently, I'll open it up, and it just pops off like that. And you can just take the front canopy off, so you can get a better access to the cockpit. And this like folds up like that, and it just pops right back on there. If I can see what I'm doing here, just having fun playing with a new Rattler toy for me. And now I have 3. Now I have 3 Rattlers. Okay, there it goes. Pop that right back on, and then it just closes up. And then we'll take a look at 25th anniversary Wild Weasel. That's what we'll do. Get him out of the packaging. All right. So there he is in the box with the explosion behind him, like on all the old card backs for the G.I. Joe figures, and now the whole retro line's doing that. You don't have to do that. Tiger's asking me if I wanted to sticker it on here. No, not live. That could take a good hour or 2. There's a lot of stickers for the Rattlers, so, and they put these little plastic panels on here. And just, oh man! Then we get our Wild Weasel free of the box. So we'll put the box over here. Get all these rubber bands off him. He had one on his feet and one around his neck. They were hanging him in the box. Oh, he was hanging for so long. Now on the 25th anniversary, the visor actually comes off, and you can see his eyes, and I will see if I can do that here, and I will put it right next to the vintage and give you guys a comparison look. See if I can do this right in the same direction. Now he had a knife on the left side, which was down below, and a pistol on the right. So Wild Weasel is and was left-handed. Okay. You see about, and the pistol does on the modern one, the pistol does come out, and you can put it in the figure's hand. So but I'm going to keep it in there so I don't lose it. And the knife does come off too, but if I leave it in there, it'll stay really good. And these, yeah, there we go. The articulation on the 25th anniversary was pretty intense. I mean, I don't know if you can see that, but the hands rotate on both sides, and the knees were double jointed, so you could actually get quite a range of movement out of these 25th anniversary figures. And that's just one leg, you know, the other leg does the same thing. And, you know, the head moves around, there we go. Now these heads would pop right off, and you can actually exchange most of them, which, you know, you can Frankenstein your figures, as they call it, for the 25th anniversary a lot easier than you could for the vintage line, because there's no O-rings on these. They're snap and play. There's a pivot at the chest, not at the waist. The waist does not move on this one. There were some 25th anniversaries where the waist piece moved too, but this one does not. This was one of the, I'm pretty sure this came out in 2009 or 2008. And they didn't start doing that until they did the Rise of Cobra figures. So there was a few of those that did that. But when they had the 30th anniversary line and the 50th anniversary line, I'm pretty sure even the waist pieces moved on all of these. And they did a lot of work on that. Now let me see if I can, without breaking this old plastic, just take the visor off, which I just did. And it'll give you a clear look at his face if I can. You could actually see Wild Weasel's eyes, and I don't know if it's gonna focus. There we go. That's not too bad. And then the visor, it just kind of snaps on. There's little peg holes inside the helmet there. And if I can get this on here. And yeah, there's no idea, but there's a little hole there, and you just pop the visor right back on and then put it in the holes and push it in. This plastic is a little softer, so it's a lot more durable than the original vintage figures. Let me see. Hello, Witcher Yor. Haven't seen you in a while, bud. Hey, thanks for commenting earlier today. I remember giving you a reply and saying hi to you. Yeah, it is a happy night, sir. It's good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. You know what? I've been thinking about playing some more Witcher. It's just in time for you, bud. I haven't done that for a while. Leaving your haunted like. Yes, sir. Your haunted likes are very welcome. It's been a while, but it's good to see you, bud. All right, so there's our 25th anniversary Wild Weasel and our vintage Wild Weasel right next to each other. Definitely thank you, Witcher Yor. Thanks for being here. You're Geralt of Rivia. Yes, sir. We are Geralt of Rivia. It's one of my favorite characters of all time, man. Love The Witcher 3. Great game. Now, I'm gonna pop this bag open and see if I can get those panels out to show you. Now, they are not in here, so they might be taped in the box somewhere else. I'll have to take a look. They're probably taped in there in that scenery. Yeah, this is just stickers and blueprints in here with warning labels. Naturally, they had to have all those warning labels so people don't choke and whatnot. That is my short take on Wild Weasel. You guys enjoyed that, and you actually prefer the 25th due to the smaller helmet. Yeah, me too. It makes it look more realistic. His original helmet is pretty huge. He's freaking huge, like a 25th, like a classified Rattler would be. think that's how a head would fit on a classified figure. I don't know, but definitely a bigger head than the original. The original was way bigger than the 25th anniversary. I did like the fact that the visor came off, and it looks pretty true to the original. The only thing they really didn't do was the blue ascot, which I thought would have been really cool. So if they do a 25th anniversary, I hope they get it like this one, but only with this look to it. But they came pretty close with the 25th anniversary. So there you have it. And Wow. Okay. I like that explosive background. I always did. Okay. That was Wild Weasel. Let me turn this music off and not turn something else on. Let me see here. I was going to do one more thing for you before I leave. And that's play some music for you because I got some G.I. Joe music I'll put on. Yeah, let's see. Wild Weasel did look cooler than Ace. Yep, I thought so too. And the 25th anniversary, actually, when Wild Weasel and Ace originally came out, was in the 25th anniversary 2-pack. And then they brought the Rattler and Wild Weasel out. And then for the 30th anniversary, they brought the Sky Striker out finally. But it was a totally different Ace figure. I have that one. And maybe someday I'll show that one off. But my next G.I. Joe short take will be in a couple of weeks. Let me see when I've got that scheduled for you. It's going to be part of Cobra Convergence. This is kind of a lead-in to Cobra Convergence, and so was my snow job on Joe takes. I did a Cobra Convergence bit there. And the next one is G.I. Joe short takes 4 is going to be Overlord with his Dictator was the name of his vehicle, and that's going to be on July 7th, tentatively. At this moment in time, that is the schedule. So July 7th, and this Thursday we got our radio show coming back on. We're doing novelty songs, parodies, anything funny, and I'm going to be premiering the full album of my Funky Favorites from the Hilt, Volume 1, which is a collection of a lot of different novelty songs that we've made on From the Hilt. Tiger's got 4 of them on there, and I've got 12. So it's good. It's a pretty good size album, but yet it's still shorter than Come the Dawn, which had the 10 main tracks, and then the instrumental at the end, the bonus track at the end on that one too. And then we've got also Heart of Madness, the full album, with our fictional singer Kamiko Takura, and Come the Dawn was by our fictional singer Brad Gambison. So we like to name our AI singers. So I'm having fun with that, at least. I don't know if everybody else is or not, but I'm enjoying it. And then Friday we'll be back here doing Fridays from the Hilt. I'm pretty sure that's episode 47. Yes, 47 this Friday. Because then we got in 2 weeks after that we'll have 48, and then 49. Which will lead up to episode 50, which will be right in line with Joe Takes 50, which will be the big Cobra Convergence thing. And I'm going to be doing a lot of Cobra Convergence material throughout the whole month of July, even though that's my entry into the actual Cobra Convergence calendar, which is available on hcc788.com. So you can check that out. I'm pretty sure there's a link in the description to that. Let's see. No, you like to name them. Yes, I like to name them. Yes, sorry, I missed your comment, Tiger. But also tomorrow night, that's why I wanted to save it for last. We're going to be playing Ravagers of Carnage at 5 p.m. Mountain Time here on From the Hilt. And that is our longest running live play game. And that's going to be session 16 on that. So that's going to be a lot of fun. We had a really big session last month on Memorial Day weekend, I think it was, in May. So we had like a 7-hour game. I think it went 8 hours actually. It was the longest thing we've ever done on From the Hilt. So, but it was a lot of fun. We gamed all day. They encountered an undead Medusa, which I thought was a lot of fun to run. And they're going to be encountering their next envoy of the Goddess Winter. They might not get to them. We'll see what happens tomorrow night, because our regular 3-hour sessions, we kind of play for 2 hours, and then we're kind of wrap things up. So we should have a lot of fun with that tomorrow night. So in conclusion, with Wild Weasel, though, I think he's a really cool character. I think he's an underrated Cobra character, and he's just the pilot of the Rattler. No, he has quite the background and personality, which they, like I said, if they ever do a classified version, whether they have a Rattler or not, which they probably could, because it's like about the same size as the Dragonfly, so I don't see why they couldn't do it. I just don't know if they will do it, and they'll probably make it a HasLab if they do. But I hope they do something with like a G.I. Joe vehicle next with the HasLab, but they just did a Dragonfly, so no doubt they're gonna do a Cobra vehicle next. But they've got a Stinger coming out. Those are on pre-order. I think they're sold out already too on Hasbro Pulse. Which a Stinger is a vamp, a black vamp for Cobra. It's the same design, but with missiles instead of guns on the back. Really cool vehicle. But I'm actually getting a HMS, Cobra HMS with a Techno Viper here pretty soon. And if I get that Stinger, I'll be able to tow it around. It'll be a lot of fun because it was supposed to be for the HISS tank, but that's the way things work. I'm not going to be able to get a HISS tank unless some miracle happens. Can't wait to get the Stinger. Me either, Banger. And if it's only about $100 like the Vamp, which it is currently, then I should be able to do it, give or take, when I have money. So, which lately isn't much, but that's life. Like in January, we were doing really well. We even managed to do some repairs on our house. So, but you know, life comes first, and that's the way things roll. Your ferret is scheduled to arrive on Tuesday. Yeah, I want one of those too. They have a ferret also available. So they are starting to come out with vehicles. The first one they came out with was the Cobra Coil that came with a Baroness figure, which is sweet. And the Cobra Coil is actually, it looks like a cheap toy, but it's not. It's really solid and really good. And then they came out with a Ram, and then they have a second version of the Ram that's a Tiger Force one. And now they've got one coming out with it's already out. You can order it on Hasbro Pulse. That is a Night Force version that comes with a Night Force Shockwave. That's kind of cool. Let's see, dude. I thought you meant at the animal at first. No. It's a little like ATV motorcycle that came out for Cobra in 1985, and it's awesome. And they've got like a female Cobra Trooper in gray, like the Stinger, the Cobra Officer Stinger driver is gray, so they should match. I think that's really cool that they did that. Spine pet, yeah. Ferrets are cute. We just watched the Beastmaster, so yes, we're happy with the ferrets right now. Yeah, they can be if you don't take care of them properly. But yes, ferrets can stink. That's just the way it works. And on that note, I think I'm good for the night. If anybody has any questions, please shoot them at me real quick, and I will answer them. And I think we had fun tonight and a good vertical live. And I managed to show off the Rattlers and Wow Weasel, and I was going to do my second camera, but it didn't really work out very well with my airtight figure video, so I decided not to do the Beastaster is great. Yes, Beastmaster, yes sir. I love Beastmaster. We just did a topic take on that last week, so that was a lot of fun. Awesome stuff. Well, thank you, sir. Thank you, Nikki. Another banger stream. Thank you, Banger. Let me see what. Like I said, we have Ravagers of Carnage coming up tomorrow night, and then the week after that we have Heroes of Haven's Run. So let me say, no, I'm sorry. Let's see. Today is the 23rd, so tomorrow's the 24th. So we're moving into July. So the next game after that is Military Action Game on the 8th, which should be a lot of fun. Love Military Action Game. I hope you guys do too. It's my version of G.I. Joe. We role play it and have a good time. And let me see, I had something else lined up for you, but I think I played it already, my War Machine video. Akoma, yes, your character is Akoma in that game. Very cool. Transformable scope into a hawk. It's kind of cool. Another cool game session of MAG in a week from tomorrow. So looking forward to that. And I think I'll sign off here, but I like to play something at the end, so I'll give you some of my G.I. Joe music. Here's I'll give you I think last time I did G.I. Joe versus Cobra, it's up to you, so I'll play Heroes of the Battlefield. And on that note, let me do the right hand. Good night, and we'll see you next time on Joe Takes.
In the heat of battle, we rise to the occasion. Courage in our hearts and unwavering dedication. Our mission, united to protect and defend. Fighting for justice until the very end. We won't back down. Nothing can stop us. We wear the crown. We are the heroes of the battlefield, fighting for what's right. Our spirits never yield. With every step we take, we'll conquer and endure as we honor the soldiers who came before. Got to get tough, y'all, Joe. United we fight. Yo, Joe, with valor and might, we'll make it right. Through the battles, and we won't back down. We're the G.I. Joe, the best around. Ooh, yeah.
Back of you dirty American swine.
All right, it's over. Go on home now.